that's a new one. Bulk up Incineroar. Get this out of here. Get this shit out of here. I don't want to deal with that. Get it out. Maybe I'm glad I stayed in. I just one-shot the Ogre Pawn too. I made the correct play there. The correct play was what I did. What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation H, VGC. Weezing with Neutralizing Gas and TOEDSCRUEL are a really cool new duo everybody's kind of trying to make work. The main thing with this duo is actually you have the Neutralizing Gas and the Malicium Might, which actually makes you go last if you're using a status move. With the Neutralizing Gas, you're actually allowed TOEDSCRUEL, which actually has a base 100 speed, believe it or not. It's actually pretty speedy. To outspeed and get some really fast spores off and actually put a lot of shit to sleep. So a really cool duo. And you also have some other really cool stuff on this team, like Competitive Kilowatt Drill and Ability Shield, Incineroar, and a few other things like Palafin, Dragapult. So seeing the TOEDSCRUEL, it's another one of those mons that I haven't really seen very much and haven't really used at all. I actually ran into this a few times on Showdown recently. I was able to play around it because you kind of know what it really does, but I haven't really used this type of team at all, so I kind of wanted to feature it for you guys. There's a team by Charizard. We actually featured a bunch of their teams on the channel before. They're making constant, really cool teams. So if you guys want to use this team, paste up in the corner, or paste should be down below, rental up in the corner. I kind of run through this team and kind of break it down for you guys and hop in some games. At least as like going into this though, like it's kind of difficult finding some teams for you guys. Kind of run a little bit low on Regulation H teams that are at least kind of interesting. You got a lot more like your cookie cutter, like standard type stuff, nothing really crazy. So I'm going to keep on trying to bring you guys daily uploads. I don't know how longer I'm going to be able to do that as well. It's mainly because I'm probably going to be moving here and I don't know, towards the end of the month as well. So I don't know. I don't have Wi-Fi at the other new place I'm going to be going, so I'm not sure how like the upload schedule and that type of thing is going to be going. So apart from that, let's hop right into this. I'm going to kind of break this team down for you guys. There's a lot of cool stuff on here. Got the Life Orb TOEDSCRUEL with the Spore with Neutralizing Gas is like a base 100 speed Spore that outspeeds a lot of shit. Really, really cool and actually really powerful. You got the Life Orb Earth Power and the Energy Ball there as well for really cool damage. And the Terrifier. And then you got the Weezing on this team. It's mainly for the Neutralizing Gas. Apart from that, it spams Will-O-Wisp and Taunt and some decent damage. It's kind of what's really there for. You got the Ability Shield Incineroar. That way you're not affected by the Neutralizing Gas. And you can actually still throw out and intimidate upon switching, which is pretty good. You got the Banded Dragapult. Kind of probably the most common set for Dragapult. Currently, I think it's Life Orb or Band. The Sash Kilowatt Drill with Competitive, so that way if you get intimidated or your stats lowered in any way, you get a +2 special attack boost. Could be pretty good. And you got the Palafin with the Mystic Water on this team, so really solid team. See how it does. A lot of really cool stuff. Some of it's really standard, but like there's some stuff that really isn't most used, like the Kilowatt Drill and the Weezing TOEDSCRUEL type stuff. You don't really see as much. I see it's kind of on the rise. You see it here and there. I've ran into it, like I said, a few times on Showdown already. But we're going to see how this does. Top in some games. Alright, we're here with the game. My opponent has a Tailwind team, it looks like. Salamence, Infernape. Really cool to see Infernape. Haven't seen that in a long time. Or anybody really using it at all for some reason. Whimsicott, Rillaboom, Palafin, and Dondozo. So what I want to do here is actually just shut down abilities. It's the main thing I really want to do. I think I just leave TOEDSCRUEL, and the Weezing here looks really nice. I think that's kind of what I do. What else do I want to do? I kind of want to bring Incineroar. Incineroar ain't too bad here. I think I'm going to bring Incineroar in the back. I don't know, it kind of depends if I really want to bring it here. I actually think Dragapult, Banded Dragapult is actually pretty solid onto my opponent's team. And I think I'm going to bring the Incineroar in the back. Just for the Dondozo, because I kind of need something for Dondozo and the Rillaboom, so that's what I lead with here. Opponent's team's really weak to Weezing. He requires a lot of his abilities, especially like the Inferno, if it's like Iron Fist, to do a lot of its damage. He leads Infernape, Whimsicott, that's perfect. Perfect. I think worst case scenario is if Whimsicott outspeeds without Prankster still, and he has Taunt. I think that's the main problem here. I'm just going to Spore, though. I'm going to Spore the Infernape. And then I'm just going to Gunk Shot turn 1 and get this Whimsicott out of here. I guess Infernape could also maybe outspeed me, but I don't know if he actually one-shot me. We'll see. He actually outspeeds me with no Prankster. So that's kind of a problem, actually. Maybe I should have tried to protect. U-turn. U-turn almost one-shots me. I'm assuming he goes into Rillaboom here, predicting Spore. If he does, that's a great play. Or Golden Goal. Golden Goal coming into is actually a pretty good play, because I don't have the Melistica Might, so it'll actually... Actually, I don't know if it actually works, because I think Good as Gold is actually affected by neutralizing gas too, so... This thing gets put to sleep. That's nice. I think the Whimsicott just outspeeds me here, though. If I miss this Gunk Shot, I'm gonna probably die here, so I gotta land this. Sash. Can I get a Poison, please? Can I get that Clutch Poison? No Clutch Poison. The game doesn't like me very much. I'm just gonna go for a Gunk Shot again. I gotta hope to land another Gunk Shot here. He might just switch the Palafin out again. If he has Golden Goal, I think it comes in right now. Or Infernape, if he's really daring enough to go into Infernape again. Something's gonna catch a Gunk Shot. Golden Goal. I guess that's a good play, actually. Really good play. Really solid play, actually. Because he has Tailwind up, too, so he actually outspeeds me. I think what I do here is I'm actually going to switch into Incineroar on this turn. Get the Intimidate off. I could Will-O-Wisp the Golden Goal too, which wouldn't really be too bad. I think I'm going to Will-O-Wisp here. I should be able to, because abilities aren't in effect with the neutralizing gas. So I should be able to get a Will-O-Wisp on him here. I don't really care about Palafin. As long as it stays asleep, I don't really care. There's the Protect. I can kind of just spam knockoff here. I don't really need to go for Fake Out if I really don't want to here. I mean, I can if I really want to stall it as Tailwind. When we turn to Tailwind, he has one turn of Tailwind, so... Even if he wakes up here, though, I don't think he's going to really be doing that much damage. But I'm going to Fake Out anyways, and then I'm going to try to go for Will-O-Wisp again. He could go into Infernape on this next turn, though. Or switch the Golden Goal out for Infernape to try to predict a Will-O-Wisp. Really risky, though. Here comes Infernape. My opponent's making all the great switches, though. Here comes Infernape. Wow, what a good play. Everything I predict, too, I gotta start making some reads. I gotta start making some reads to get some momentum in this match, because... Otherwise, we're just gonna be sitting here all day, and I need to start dishing out some damage. We got almost to have a KO on the Whimsicott, but it's not really enough. Lost his Tailwind here, so that's fine, I guess. What else? I have Dragapult too. Do I make the play into Dragapult predicting a close combat here? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be that ballsy, and I'm gonna do it. And then I'm going to predict the Palafin to wake up here, and I'm actually going to Will-O-Wisp the Palafin on this turn. I don't know what else he would do, unless he just U-turns out into Whimsicott again. But, he needs to start doing damage to the Weezing, because otherwise abilities will never actually be going. He kind of needs abilities on Golden Goal and, the Palafin to actually do anything. He's not transformed yet either, so, he has to try to get that going. Jormungandr. Is that Jormungandr from Smite? Is that the nickname that's from? I know there's a Jormungandr at Smite. Flip turn. So at the very least, whatever comes in here is getting Will-O-Wisped. Probably Whimsicott, hopefully. So I can get rid of it so I don't have to worry about any Tailwind. Good, perfect. So getting rid of the Whimsicott makes it so he doesn't have any more Tailwind. That's great. So with no Tailwind, like the Dragapult just outspeeds his entire team. So that's great for me. Show me close combat. Or Drain Punch. I guess the turn's already done, never mind. I wasn't paying attention. He goes into this. Like, what do you have for me, though? Like, I'm assuming Ice Punch, maybe? For Dragapult. I kind of just want to Dragon Darts here, actually. Or that or just go for, like, U-Turn. Choice Banded U-Turn doesn't look too bad here, but I really want some damage onto the Infernape. It's really what I want here. Like, he has Golden Go in the back, too, which Phantom Force is pretty nice on. So I'm just going to Phantom Force here. I'm going to Phantom Force, and I'm going to go for Will-O-Wisp onto the Palafin this turn. I think what he does is he tries to double into Weezing here, because he needs to try to get rid of the Weezing. Because otherwise he has no abilities, pretty much. Like, he really needs to I'm assuming he's probably Iron Fist. Fernape, he's going to switch. Okay, Golden Go is about to take a bad move. You're not going to want to take this. Yeah, he's Terra Grass. Terra are you? Terra Water? Okay. Let's see if the Weezing can take on a Palafin here, y'all. Can I eat a Wave Crash from a Terra Water Palafin? That's probably Choice Banded. Can I eat this? Moment of truth right now. Oh, I eat it. Barely, 11 health. With 11. Oh, he's life. I forgot he's Life Orbed. Wow. Okay, I need to land. This is the biggest Will-O-Wisp of my life. You gotta land this. You gotta land this. Good. Perfect. What a match. What a match this game has been. Abilities are still off too, so I can just protect here too, I think. I can just protect. Worst case scenario is I go for Phantom Force here and it doesn't 1-hit KO the Golden Go for whatever reason, and then I get hit with an Ice Punch. That's not really the worst case there though, because I still have Incineroar in the back, which is pretty good. I still have a Terra too, I can use Terra. One shots the Golden Go, nice. Just Wave Crash. Nice, perfect. So now he's down to Infernape plus this, and this thing's gonna either be taking Recoil plus Burn plus Life Orb now, so it's gonna be really low. I'm locked into Phantom Force here, so I'm just gonna Phantom Force again. And then I'll Gunk Shot if I somehow live. Blitz. He actually doubles into the Dragapult. So I get a free Gunk Shot here and I get the KO on the Palafin. Yeah, it's game. What my opponent needs to do there is knock out the Weezing to have a chance to stay in the match. I don't think there's any way he wins now. And even then, it was going to be a really close game because the Palafin was on borrowed time. He had like 2 more turns left. I think maybe 1 more turn, depending on how much recoil he took. So I don't know. It would have just been the Infernape versus the World. I just Gunk Shot here for damage. I think he just surrenders. I don't know how he wins. And like if I really wanted to be an asshole here, so I can go into the withdraw the weezing and actually go into Incineroar to intimidate him. If I really wanted to be an asshole, but I'm not going to. And just like keep withdrawing the Incineroar and like sending something out, like sacking off the TOEDSCRUEL, and then bringing the Incineroar out again to get him down to like -3 attack to guarantee for sure the win. He just surrenders. That would be the asshole way to play it, though. I think no matter what, though, I have a really good chance of winning, and I just end up getting the forfeit win, so there was no way he won there anyways, I don't think. Especially when he used a Terra. So even if it was like a crazy Terra, like Terra Dark or something crazy there was no way he could win. Well played. Played really good. Played really, really good there, so got the dub. TOEDSCRUEL putting in the work, the weezing putting in a shit ton of work, the Dragapult putting in work. See you guys in another match. We're here with another game. My opponent's running a Regulation G team. Incineroar, Koraidon, Greninja, Ogerpon, Goldengo, and Primarina. So we're going to see if this team works versus a Regulation G team. Biggest test for this team so far. I guarantee you this team probably has never went against many Regulation G teams, if at all. So what do I want to bring here? I think TOEDSCRUEL looks really good here. Just the main thing is like he gets outsped by a lot of stuff on his team. That's just the main problem. His team's a little bit faster. He has like 3 things that are pretty fast. I want to do here. I think I bring actually the Dragapult lead. I'm going to bring the weezing here. Weezing looks really good. I'm going to bring Dragapult. I think Dragon Darts, Choice Banded probably just one-shots a lot of stuff on his team. I kind of want to bring the Kilowattrel here too, which ain't too bad into his team. I'm going to bring the Kilowattrel. Part of me wants to bring Palafin too, but I just don't know if it's really the greatest. I'm going to try to bring TOEDSCRUEL in the back. I'm going to bring it in the back. I'm not going to lead with it this game. It ain't bad into his team. I just have to be really careful on what I try to do with it this match. 4 times Ice Weakness is kind of a killer, though. That's the main problem I've been having with it so far. Really exploitable, especially when like a lot of shit's carrying Ice Beam or like Icy Wind. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Kind of forces you to Terra a lot of the time when you don't really want to. What do I want to do here? I think I just Gunk Shot Greninja. I think that's kind of what I do. I could U-turn the Greninja too, which I think I'm going to try to do here. I'm going to double into Greninja on this turn. I think he goes for Fake Out, but I'm going to double into Greninja here. Banded U-turn, and it just straight up one-shots him. I thought he'd maybe be Sash, that's why I doubled into him, but I'll take the free 1-hit KO on turn 1, that's great. I'm going to go into the Kilowattrel here. What I can actually do here is I can make a crazy play. I can actually withdraw the weezing and have him intimidate me to get me a free boost. Oh, I barely eat that, actually. That was a lot of damage. I can actually withdraw here. So he gives me a free competitive boost. It depends what he sends out here, though. We'll see what he has. If he has Koraidon, I might try that, but it's going to come down to whether I have to sack something off. Probably the TOEDSCRUEL, and I don't know if it's really worth doing that. Ogerpon, okay. Part of me just wants to stay in here, though. Like, what does Ogerpon do to weezing? At the same time, though, I really want that +2 boost. Yeah, I don't think it's worth switching out. I'm just going to end up taking too much damage. I need to try to get rid of the Incineroar. I'm going to Gunk Shot here, and then I'm going to try to get rid of the Incineroar and do some damage. A little too risky, I think. I need to get rid of Incineroar if I want to try that. And there's the Throat Chop. So it doesn't matter anyways. Throat Chop, Ogerpon, that's a new one. Bulk Up Incineroar. Get this out of here. Get this shit out of here. I don't want to deal with that. Get it out. Maybe I'm glad I stayed in. I just one-shot the Ogerpon too. I made the correct play there. The correct play was what I did. I'm going to go into the TOEDSCRUEL here now. Actually, I'm going to go into Dragapult. I want to see what he has in the back. I'm assuming probably the Koraidon. Butt Munch. Oh, it Butt Munch the Koraidon. That's a perfect name. It's a perfect name. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for a Will-O-Wisp. And then I'm going to Terra Dragon Darts here. That's my play. He has no Aurochrome Pulse here either, so no Sun. So his damage is also reduced a little bit. I don't know what Incineroar does, because like Incineroar doesn't outspeed anything here, and I think a Banded Terra Dragon Darts just gets rid of it on this turn. I don't know if it one-shots the Koraidon from full. We're going to find out. How strong is the Dragapult? It's rid of the Incineroar with the crit. The crit did not matter. How much is going to do to him? Almost one-shots him. I get one-shot in return by an Outrage. Okay. Somebody would have to run that calc. Somebody can maybe run that calc. Maybe I got a low roll there. I missed the Will-O-Wisp, because of course I do. Want to try to wrap up the game, but I end up missing. I don't know if it matters that much. I don't know if there's any way he one-shots Weezing. He's maybe banded. I don't know if he is banded or not. Maybe he can one-shot Weezing from that range. I'm just going to Gunk Shot here now. Gunk Shot and Earth Power, YOLO. Outspeeds me, I eat that. That's not banded for sure. Goodbye, get wrecked. Played really well though. That could have went real bad because my opponent was trying to set up with the Incineroar there, so... Played a little bit too passive. I would have got set up on him, maybe reverse swept, which wouldn't have been really nice, so... Holding our own and getting a really dominant victory versus a Regulation G team. Very impressive. Really liking this team. Really cool team. It has a few like blatant weaknesses to it that you got to be really careful for. But if you know what it really does and like how to play around that type of stuff, you can put in a shit ton of work. It actually is really, really good. Really liking the team so far. I'll see you guys in one more game. Alright, we're here with another game. It's actually a perfect match for me because my opponent actually has Dozo Tatsugiri, which I think gets shut down with neutralizing gas. So that's pretty cool for me. He has the Satitan, Co-Star, Flamingo, Mousehold, Dozo Tatsugiri, and Annihilate. So I'm assuming his Annihilate is probably Scarfed. It could be Scarfed, actually. He has Mouse Ape, so it might not be. What do I want to do here? I for sure want to bring Weezing. It just comes down to what I really want to pair the Weezing with. I think I'm gonna bring the Weezing Incineroar lead here. It looks really nice. That way the Defiant's not active with the neutralizing gas, and I can intimidate him. So that'd be really nice here. And I can also go for Will-O-Wisp and a bunch of other stuff. What else do I want to do here? I think bringing Dragapult in the back ain't too bad. Part of me wants to bring Palafin. I just don't know when I'll be able to get it in and switch it out. That's the main problem. It needs to be able to switch out, and I can't. I don't know if I can do that this match. I'll bring the TOEDSCRUEL again. I just don't know. Maybe could have brought the Kilowatt. Actually, would have probably been a better pick, just kind of looking at it too. But I guess I can maybe try to put some stuff to sleep. Depends on what on his builds, I guess. I can outspeed some of the stuff on his team. So he brought Tatsugiri, so I'm assuming he has Dozo in the back. Could this be a Scarf Annihilate with like Final Gambit? It could be. Definitely could be. I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp the Ape here. And then I'm gonna fake out the Tatsugiri on this turn, I think. We're gonna see if he's Scarf Final Gambit. It doesn't look like he would be because he also has Mousehold on the team. Usually they aren't Scarfed if you're pairing them alongside Mousehold. He is Final Gambit though. Oh, that's unfortunate. This throws a wrench into all my plans. So he actually is... I don't know if that's Scarf, though. I can't really tell. Because he is the fastest thing on the field anyways, naturally. I'm assuming it probably was. So that actually really sucks, because now I have no way to get rid of the Dozo Tatsugiri. And what he's gonna... He probably has the Co-Star Flamingo in the back, too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So my opponent is Dozo Tatsugiri plus the Flamingo. That's what this shit is. He's gonna try to have the Tatsugiri drop and have the Flamingo come in and copy all the stats of the Tatsugiri, or of the Dondozo. I can't let that happen. I'm gonna try to go for Spore. Like, I'm gonna try to Spore here, but the most common Terra right now, at least currently, is Terra Grass Dozo. So if he's Terra Grass, he can just entirely dodge a Spore. Kind of stupid to do in the face of an Incineroar, but at the same time, he's also a Water type, so he probably just one-shots me with Wave Crash anyways. I'm gonna try to Spore here. I think that's my only way to try to get around him. And then I'm gonna Knock Off. Get rid of his leftovers, probably. I could Parting Shot too, but I really don't want Dragapult taking any damage. He's really thinking. There's not much to really think. I guess he's probably debating whether he goes Terra Grass here. Yeah, or he's not Terra Grass. He's maybe Terra Dragon. I think Terra Dragon's like the second most common Terra on Dozo, at least from what I've seen recently. Like 99% of them though are usually like Terra Grass. I've seen like a Terra Ground one too. That was, I don't know why it was Terra Ground, because there's not many electric types in this format anyways. I think that just happened to go against that. Okay, I didn't really know what he was doing. He's Terra Flying, okay. I mean, if you're not Safety Goggles, I think you still get one-shotted, or you still get put to sleep. Unless he does have Terra Blast. I got outplayed. I got outplayed, I'm dead. Wow, I got fucking 2 million IQ'd outplayed. I haven't seen Terra Flying Dozo at all. That does nothing. Wow, that does nothing. Do I Phantom Force here, or do I just try to click Outrage? I think I just go for Dragon Darts onto the Dozo here. And then I try to Parting Shot, I guess. I just really need damage. I just mainly need damage on him. I need to try to kill the Dozo before the Tatsugiri dies to Poison Orb. That's what I really need. There's the Earthquake. I'm probably dead. Wow, that almost just fucking one-shots me. I'm probably dead to Recoil. If that didn't kill me, Recoil will. Oh, I barely live. I don't know if it really matters here, though. I mean, I'll go for Dragon Darts again. I can go Terra Dragon. Try to do some more damage. I don't know if that mattered. Maybe I could have got a KO on him if I would have got a crit with the Terra Dragon boost. I don't know if it really matters that much, though. Now Flare Boots again. I think I just lose here, though. Oh, he must be Scarf Annihilate. Either he's Scarf Annihilate with Final Gambit, or he just happens to have Final Gambit and just outsped my entire team that I led with. If that's the case, it's just pure luck. Because usually if they're paired alongside Mousehold, they usually aren't carrying Final Gambit, so... Ooh, actually, if I would have Terra last turn, maybe I would have got the kill. Oh, I do get the kill, I do. Wow, we're still in the game. We're still in the match. We're still in the match. Oh. Because he's not going to be able to copy stats here, and he's going to take so much toxic damage, he might end up just getting KO'd. Well, that doesn't do nearly enough. That's not enough. I wish I would have went for Knockoff. I didn't think that was going to kill, though. If I would have went for Knockoff, maybe I could still win. I don't know if I can win here, though. It's going to be... I'm going to have to hope one Dragon Darts takes out Co-Star Flamingo, and I don't think that one-shots Flamingo. I think if I would have went for Knockoff, I maybe would have won here, because I would have did a little bit more damage. I think the only thing I can maybe try to have him do is if he goes for like protect. Maybe if he protects, then it'll actually, the Dragon Darts will go on whoever, it'll actually double hit whoever doesn't protect. I'm hoping he protects here. Please go for protect. Copied stat changes. What stat changes did you have? So you copied his intimidate? Is that what you copied? Oh, I don't even know what the fuck happened, okay. I mean, I'm gonna go for Dragon Darts, and I'm gonna hopefully he protects on the Tatsugiri for some reason, and then I get double into the Co-Star Flamingo, and I can just maybe win. Still a really close match. I think I still probably lose here, though. I don't think he's that dumb. Or if he protects Flamingo, and hopefully tries to dodge something that way, maybe. I don't know. He doesn't, though. I gotta hope one Dragon Dart actually... Oh, it almost does. It almost does KO him. That's unfortunate, though. I think I'm dead here. Yeah. Just think, y'all, if I would have clicked knockoff there, I would have won the game. Instead of Flare Blitz, because I would have still had my Incineroar around. The Incineroar would still be alive. So he'd have to, it would be coming down to like the Incineroar and like the Flamingo at the very least. So I would still have a chance to win. That's crazy. And I think the Toxic damage with knockoff damage, it would have been a little bit more damage. So he would have died to Toxic Orb. So it would have been the Dragapult and the Incineroar versus the Co-Star Flamingo. And I think I would have won. That's crazy. One different move selection there and I would have won the game. That's how close that match was. I still think I should have won though. I'll give my opponent credit, like he did kind of outplay me there, but I think I kind of won that match. I kind of outplayed him most of the game. Maybe I should have went for Terra Dragon a turn earlier too. Could have maybe helped. It would have did a little bit more damage. Maybe that could help me too. I just don't know how much more of a damage difference that really was though. It didn't really seem like it really would have mattered that much. So let's talk a little bit more about this team. Alright, as for this team, really cool team. If you guys want a really cool Weezing, neutralizing gas team alongside TOEDSCRUEL and a bunch of other really cool stuff, I think it's a really fun team to use. I had fun using this team. If you guys want to use it, Rental in the corner, paste down below. I think the main things, I won most of my games with this team actually. The one match I lost, I think you guys probably seen, I barely lost to a Flamingo. I think that was one of the only matches I lost. There was another match I ended up losing in my testing matches too, which is really crazy. I actually ended up losing a game with this team against a Coil. It was a Coil Rest Hawk, Terra Electric Electros. I ended up losing against, funny enough. And it was behind screens. It was like a Alolan, I think it wasn't a Alolan Ninetales, it was a Sableye with Sableye double screens. Like there was some other shit. It had Comfey too. It was with Comfey, so it was really weird. Some really weird, crazy team I actually ended up losing against. It was a setup Electros with a Coil, Rest, Sleep Talk, and I think it was Thunder Punch. And I never brought the TOEDSCRUEL to that match, unfortunately. So, like, he just ended up setting up and kind of sweeping me, and then like the Comfey just kept healing him over and over. And then every single time you get low, you just go Rest, and then goes for Sleep Talk, and it would just keep coiling over and over. Meanwhile, I had the Comfey doing damage. He had a bunch of other crazy shit on his team too. I forgot what it was, but there was some other like heavy hitter on his team that he was some crazy shit that he had. That was just doing a shit ton of damage to me as well. That's like one of the only games I ended up losing, but like that was a crazy match. I wish I was recording there during that one because that was really funny. I haven't seen Electros at all. Like of all things, I lose to a fucking Sleep Talk, Rest, Coil Electros of all things. In the one game, I don't bring the TOEDSCRUEL. That's the one match that I end up going into that shit, so... I didn't think I was going to really need the TOEDSCRUEL actually that game, but I ended up needing it because it probably would have won me the match or made the match a lot easier. So that was maybe my fault. That's why I lost that game. But apart from that, I won the majority of the games I had with this team. So it does have a few flaws. Like you're pretty weak to ice. Like you got the 3 ice weaknesses on this team. You have 2 resistances and like a neutrality on this team. You have Terras and all that type of stuff. But if they have some really fast ice types or like any ice Terras, that could be a kind of a problem. Same with like some really fast electric types. There's not really many electric types. Like I said, I lost to an electric type, so this team is kind of weak to electric types if you don't bring the TOEDSCRUEL. So keep that in mind as well, if they're like more of a setup variant. I also went against a Luxray that actually ended up putting in a decent amount of work versus me for some reason. So I think they kind of got a lot lucky because they were just going for like spamming para, that type of shit. So they got a lot of like para turns and they kind of got lucky that way. But I almost got wrecked by a Luxray team as well with like Howl Luxray and that type of shit. So still won, but like they were almost about to win versus me. They would have won a few different turns. I think they would have won versus me as well. But a few things to kind of be wary for. There's a few, probably a bunch of other stuff that I just never ran into, but really solid team. If you guys want to use it, like I said, rental in the corner, paste down below. Really cool team. Support the creator. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I got a bunch more stuff on the way you guys don't want to miss. We got a new Overwatch Season 20 on the way as well next week, Tuesday. So I'm going to try to cover that for you guys. Going to be probably either streaming next week or trying to make some content for that as well. So got Juno coming into the game. We're supposed to have like a space-themed battle pass. At least that's rumored. So we'll see how that goes. Probably another disaster. They'll fuck it up in some way. It's usually what Blizzard does. They have a lot of gold for the patch and they fuck it up with balance. So sure, the balance will be a nightmare like usual. They'll ruin some other shit. They'll giga buff fucking Zarya or Reinhardt in Oblivion. And we'll have an entire patch of giga buffed Reinhardt or some shit. So apart from that, I'm out of here. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching.